Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Black Dow. And I want to jump into an article in regards to some of the regulation and a little bit of ransomware stuff going on. So let's just hop on in and let's analyze this. And I want to get your guys' feedback and what you guys think as well. So hopping on into it, what we see here is that the U.S. will reportedly impose crypto sanctions amid ransomware attacks. The Treasury Department will target specific cryptocurrency exchanges and traders. Me personally, I don't mind. Ransomware is a problem. If they're going to go at it, there's no problem for me. But let's see what they actually mean and what the details are. According to the Wall Street Journal, the Biden administration plans to implement new measures to make it more difficult for hackers to profit from ransomware attacks using cryptocurrencies. As early as next week, the Treasury Department will reportedly impose sanctions and guidance designed to discourage organizations from using digital currencies to pay for ransoms. Of course, the first question is, what does that look like and what is the guidance going to look like? Per the journal, among the measures the agency is considering are fines and other penalties aimed at businesses that cooperate with hackers. Later in the year, the Treasury Department is also expected to implement new anti-money laundering and terror financing regulation to limit further the use of cryptocurrencies as a payment method for ransoms and other illegal activity. So my question about that is that, what does that mean for decentralized exchanges? Of course, that's the first question that I ask, because if they're going to try to shut down decentralized exchanges, we have a huge problem. I don't even know if that's even possible, but that would be kind of the first thing. The second thing is that, what about currencies like Monero and things of that nature? So those are going to be things where if they're going to target individuals and people because they're running a network, something similar to Monero, then that's a huge problem. The incoming sanctions will reportedly single out specific traders and exchanges instead of casting a wide net and attempting to disrupt the entire crypto ecosystem. In addition to harming organizations that may have facilitated ransomware payments in the past, the hope is the sanctions will scare most cryptocurrency platforms from processing those types of transactions in the future. And that's also assuming that the exchange actually knows that that's going on. An action of this kind would be an aggressive, proactive approach to going after those who facilitate ransomware payments. Ari Redboard, a former Treasury Department official, told the Journal. The measure would be the latest attempt by the Biden administration to tackle the issue of ransomware attacks following a year in which they've increased in frequency and severity after the Colonial Pipeline attack that led to fuel shortages in parts of the U.S. The president signed an executive order that called for, among other things, improved information sharing between federal agencies. More recently, the Department of Homeland Security laid out mandatory rules that call on pipeline operators to appoint cybersecurity coordinators and report incidents to the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency. So the first thing that I see there that I think is kind of interesting is that this is a private business that is being hit with ransomware. And so usually what happens is that it's up to that business to actually make sure that their company is secure, and that the safety and security protocols for that company are in a way that is safe and secure for their organization. And we've always, in the U.S., we've always operated from that space of freedom and kind of like making sure that you are in control of whether or not you succeed or fail. So in the case of that pipeline company, them not securing their network and potentially getting hacked, it has a ripple effect, and it can affect downstream kind of resources and governments. So that's why the U.S. government is kind of getting involved. But at the same time, if they're not able to kind of fill that space, someone else will come in and fill that space. But I think that what it would be is probably a growing pain in the amount of time it will take for somebody to fill that void. But that being said, is that there's still the question of where is most ransomware coming from? And the reality is that the majority of ransomware is not cryptocurrency. It's actually in fiat. So if you look at the ransomware and the payment for ransom, all these types of things, it's not cryptocurrency. So they're willing to focus and put more resources in this space, but they're not even able to tackle the current issue. So that's the biggest thing that I have with that. And the other thing is that we're going to wait and see what they do about what that looks like with them regulating or trying to stop cyber kind of attacks. So ransomware, we'll see what that goes. And the second article that I want to share with you guys is this is kind of coming to a head right now, and U.S. regulators are looking to get a handle on stablecoins, according to the New York Times. So, a recent article by the New York Times has called out stablecoins for being, quote, systematically risky and that they could be under regulatory control. The article suggests that the rush to bring stablecoins under control might be the most important conversation in Washington financial circle this year. So really quick, I want to know your thoughts. What are your thoughts around the ransomware payments? Do you guys believe that the government should step up? Do you believe they should step in? And what are your thoughts around what they're going to do in regards to decentralized exchanges? Do you think that they're going to try to actually shut down decentralized exchanges just staying online and allowing these transactions to go through? And on another note, what about the people who are confirming transactions or people who are providing liquidity to a liquidity pool in a decentralized exchange? Does that mean that now you could potentially be held liable, or you can be get in trouble with the government for just having a liquidity pool? These are really important questions that I think could be extremely problematic, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens. And I want to see what you guys have to say below. So leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this article, and I look forward to reading it and seeing you guys again here real soon.